They saw him crucified. They saw the empty tomb. They saw the risen Christ. And they stood watching as he ascended into heaven. They had witnessed miracles with their own eyes, touched what others called impossible, seen heaven move upon the earth. But even after all of it, fear still held them captive. Because in Jerusalem, the name Jesus was still dangerous. Roman soldiers still walked the streets. Religious leaders still hunted his followers. And behind every whisper lived the fear of what might come next. So they locked the doors. And behind those locked doors, the followers of Jesus waited. For he had told them, wait for the promise of the Father. But heaven was silent. And silence can test a man harder than suffering. Then, the air changed. The flame bent sideways. The floor trembled beneath them. And the room itself seemed to breathe. Do you hear it? Not thunder, not wind. Something greater. A sound like heaven tearing through the earth. Then came fire. Not the fire of destruction, the fire of God. And it rested upon them, like heaven had found human vessels. And in a single moment, everything changed. Their voices broke forth in sounds they had never spoken before. Languages unknown to them poured from their lips as the Spirit of God moved upon them like living fire. The same men who once trembled behind locked doors now stood consumed by a power the world had never witnessed before. And as they stepped into the streets of Jerusalem, the crowds gathered in confusion, because every man standing there could hear his own language coming from the mouths of Galilean fishermen. Men who were once ordinary now carried something heavenly. Some stood frozen in awe. Others could not comprehend what they were seeing. And some mocked what they did not understand. They are drunk. But Peter, the man who once denied Jesus out of fear, now stood before multitudes without trembling. And with the fire of the Spirit burning within him, he declared, "This is what was spoken by the prophet Joel. In the last days, says God, I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh." And as the fire of heaven rested upon ordinary men, the world witnessed something it had never seen before. God was no longer dwelling behind veils and walls. He was dwelling within his people. The world had seen men touched by fire before, but never inhabited by it.